Listen to this exhaust.
All right, today's video is sponsored by Karma. Now, if you're like me, you do a lot of your shopping online, right? Most of us do. And just like shopping in a store, sometimes things go out of stock, sometimes it's something you need, and you don't want to keep checking back to see if it's in stock, or you may want to get something that you want versus need, and you wait till it goes on sale. But instead of checking back all the time, wouldn't it be great if something was there that would just do that for you? Well, good news, we've got you covered in both scenarios with today's video sponsor, Karma. Karma is a free app and Chrome extension. There are three main features. It automatically finds and applies the best coupon code for you at checkout. You can plan and organize your shopping by saving items that you like from 50,000 plus stores to shopping lists, getting real-time pricing updates on the items you've saved, and you'll earn cash back. Just click the blue button when you see an item you'd like to save and select the size, color, and type of notification you'd like to receive. You'll get an email or a mobile push notification when the item you've saved goes on sale, has a relevant coupon, or comes back in stock. This way you don't miss out on buying at the right time. So to get Karma's free Chrome extension just in time for spring sales, click the link below in the description. Karma is an all-in-one shopping assistant to help you save money and shop smart, and who doesn't like that? So click the link right below in the description to give them a try. What's going on, everybody? Rob Ferrari here, and I've got my 458 back from Wide World. I picked it up yesterday, was able to put a couple of miles on it and really start enjoying it because the weather is phenomenal now. And let me go through what the process is. You know, I've got the single worst PPI known to man, but how do I resolve that? What would you do in this situation? Well, here's what I am doing. And I wanted to address it in two phases. One, I wanted to spend the money to fix the drivability issues, just get it operating, and then I'll reach out to the dealership that did the PPI and address it with them. Once I have that, plus the estimate to repair the other stuff that I don't want to fix at this very moment. Now, my goal was to get this car to the point, not to be like perfect, right? I'm not looking for a perfect car, but I am looking for the car to be as the dealership represented it to me that I paid for. So what does that mean? The guy who sold it to me didn't represent the car as like, this is the best car you've ever seen in your life. Like, I didn't really talk to the guy that was selling it. I agreed on a price and then said contingent on a PPI. I sent it to the dealership, and the dealership is the one that represented the car as super clean, nothing's wrong with it. It's got three issues. It's got 4 TPMS sensors, it's got the sagging headliner, and it's got sticky buttons. 12 grand, we could take care of that for you. I'm like, I'm good. I think I could probably take care of that stuff myself. But everything else was perfect, right? So fast forward, everything else was not perfect. It was actually really bad. And the most important stuff that we had to take care of to make sure it was drivable was the traction control light coming on while it's driving. That's bad. We had to make sure we took the fact that it wouldn't go into park. Bad. The car wasn't running right because we'll get into that in a second. Bad. And there was a shimmy on the road. That was all bad. Like the fact that the tires were shaking. So those things were all taken care of up at Wide World. And the first thing was done. The client states that the check engine light is on. That turned out to be an oxygen sensor. It was a rear oxygen sensor, which was also causing it to idle and act funny, was the rear oxygen sensor. That was, looks like 3 hours of labor and $183 part. So I'm out the door to $1,000 for that. Not the end of the world, but they did this and took care of everything. They essentially PPI'd the car for me while taking it apart to address what was wrong. Client states that the traction control light comes on in 7th gear. Also, client states that the vehicle vibrates at highway speed. To address this, they identified before they did anything that the tires were the wrong size, right? We went through that. I didn't have to buy those tires yet, and I didn't have to address my wheels and TPMS sensors yet, because my neighbor Jerry just bought a 458 Spider a week ago from Wide World, and he went and put aftermarket wheels on. So I was like, hey, can I just try your wheels? just before I go through this exercise and start buying stuff, I just want to make sure it solves the problem. And these are still his wheels. These are black, the same wheels that I have, but in black. And I think they look pretty good. So we'll get to that in a second. But I put them on, we put these on, they balanced them to make sure that that was not going to be an issue. And we were able to then test drive the car, and it turns out that sorted out all the wheel vibration, and it also sorted out the traction control coming on in 7th gear, because it's got the proper size tires on it right now. And even though the rear tires are only off by 10, I want to say 10 millimeters, that it was a 35 tire or 30 profile instead of a 35 profile, that is enough to make the car read, especially in 7th gear, that the wheels are spinning at different rates than it's programmed that they should be spinning at, which is what is triggering traction control. That was solved for $279, which is 1 hour of labor for balancing the wheels to make sure that they were good. And then the last thing that they did to just make sure that all these small issues were taken care of was the car wouldn't go into park. There's like an override that the tow truck guy can do to put the car into neutral so that they can tow the car, pull it onto the flatbed, whatever they're doing, without damaging the transmission versus just dragging the tires. And that one was obviously a quick, easy fix. They didn't charge me for that. So that brings the grand total to my bill to get this thing drivable to $1,276.04. So Wide World really hooked it up. If that was all that was wrong with the car, great. I'm glad that I took it up to them. They were able to identify everything else that it needed. And the sticky buttons that the dealership wanted to charge me so much for, I fixed in 5 minutes for $5. Good thing about posting videos online is everybody's got a solution for something. This was on Amazon. It is a ultimate lemon oil, and it comes with a little like poofy thing on the top. You just sort of rub it on there, and boom, the sticky stuff comes off. So that was the solution. Let me show you that. So now my buttons are no longer sticky. So that's good. Now, as I was mentioning the wheels before, I've got to get my wheels refinished anyway. So while I'm doing that, should I go black wheels? These are the same wheels as mine, just black. Should I go black wheels, or should I just refinish mine the way they are? Let me give you a comparison picture so you can give me the votes. I'm going to pin the comment. You guys let me know what you think. I'm indifferent. I honestly think it looks great both ways, or either way. I wouldn't be upset either way. But I've got to give these wheels and tires back. These are just loaners. And then, let me just show you that the car is not having any issues. As I was saying, I'll start it up, and then I gotta rev it for you, because I did not do this car justice, because the exhaust sounds incredible, and I told you I was going to give you an exhaust sound in a future video. But here you go. This is going to show you that there is no longer any check engine lights. That's obviously the standard computer scanning itself check engine light. Ready? Here we go. That goes away. Boom. So no check engine lights. Idle's good now. No issues. It was just that rear row 2 sensor. Car sounds incredible. Let me give you a little. Oh yeah. As I said, that sounds incredible. One of the best sounding Ferraris I've ever heard. And I guess just the full exhaust does that. I don't know if it's going to give me a headache, not now, but like on a longer trip, because I'll probably take this on adventure drives, and definitely next year we're doing adventure drives in the summer, is all Italy. So I'm probably going to ship this to Italy next year and drive it throughout Italy, because I think that would be incredible. Such a good looking car. I'm so happy that it's finally getting resolved. Now what I have doing, as I said, the dealership took care of these small things to make it drivable and operational. But the other stuff that I wasn't made aware of that impacted the value and obviously the long-term maintenance schedule on this car, I'm going to have to address with the dealership. The reason I'm now having Wide World reach out to the other dealer directly is because they're both Ferrari dealers. And I'm like, look, you guys know each other. Before I lob a lawsuit at this guy, because like genuinely they missed everything. Like anything that was wrong with the car, they missed. And the only way to resolve this is them making it right. Like all I want them to do is get the car to the point where they said they represented it was when I purchased it. So now I'm out the money for the PPI, I'm out the money I've just spent to fix this. I got to get new tires now, and then I've got the oil leaks, the steering rack leak, and I'm gonna have to repair this little piece in the front. So all of those things cost money. I've got the dealership reaching out directly to the other dealership to see if they want to work it out, like dealer to dealer. Like I don't have to be involved, I don't have to know how much it costs. As long as you make it right, I'm happy. If there's some sort of wholesale thing, so instead of 40 grand, it's like, look, we'll pay your tech to work on the nights and weekend, whatever it is, it gets resolved. I just want the car to be in the condition it was represented to me, and then I'm a happy guy. There's your resolution. There's my methodology in getting this car back to where it's supposed to be. I'm now $1,200, like another $1,200 or $1,300 into this process that I wasn't expecting. I've got to order my tires, got to get the wheels fixed, and then I've got to address the bigger stuff. But at least now I've got the car in a condition where I can drive it. And it does have the oil leaks and stuff like that, but they're not severe enough at this very moment to prevent me from driving it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support, and just be careful. I mean, a PPI is supposed to give you that warm, fuzzy feeling that you're buying something that you know, and in this situation, it didn't really work out like that. But that's my resolution. Wide World's taking care of me, and as always, like, let me give a shout out to Wide World, because I appreciate somebody having your back in a situation like this, and there is no justification for that PPI that I got being at all resembling the fact that it was inspected. And they put it up on the lift, they did everything. They effectively re-PPI'd the car to make me aware of all the issues that are going on, and it took them like 30 minutes. It wasn't even like a 5-hour inspection process to turn these things up. They're all blatantly obvious to any mechanic or even any layman like myself when I looked at it. So putting that behind me, the car sounds great, it looks great, it's driving proper now, and we get to enjoy it. And good news is the weather is gorgeous. You hear the birds chirping. I'm gonna go to enjoy it now. Thank you for watching. Heading off to my house, and I will see you guys tomorrow.